Okay, here we're comparing different series to see what is the difference between them. This is the first pair of series that we want to compare. So what is the difference here? Here we have an I, here we have a J, we've got an I, we've got a J. What does that mean? What does that represent? That just represents the index. It just represents some symbol that you're using for the index. So there is no difference here. It's just stylistic. The difference between this and this is absolutely nothing, because the way you interpret a series is this is the first term and this is the final term to which you go to when you're adding. So in this case you would plug in 1 here, or whatever function this is. It could be some function like the squared function, so it could be like 1 squared plus, and then you would have 2 squared plus 3 squared, or whatever function you had. You know, it could be sine of whatever is inside, and you would go all the way to n. You would go all the way to the very last one. That's all this represents, and so whatever letter you use here makes absolutely no difference. As long as you've got the letter here, you've got the letter there, that's all it represents. You're not doing anything different. So these two are the same. They don't represent anything different. It's just a different letter you're choosing. With these two, if you look closely, these are different. Because this one's got I here and I here. This one's got I here and J here. That means these are definitely different. So with this one, it's just like I was saying. Say the function here is just plug in the number. So the function is just directly plug in the number. And we just go ahead and do that. We go 1 plus 2 plus 3, and so on, right? Because we're starting at whatever number we have here, and we go all the way up to whatever number we have here. So the last one is going to be n at some point, right? At some point. So you had just kept going until whatever number this was. Maybe this was like 5 or 6 or whatever, and then this would be the last number that you add, 6. Right? That's all that means. But with this one, the index here is a different letter. It's a different letter from what you have here. That means you're not plugging in these integers. You're not plugging in this sequence into there. You're not going from 1 to 2. You're not doing that anymore. So we still got something going from 1 to n. We've got 1 to n terms. 1 to n terms being added because we've got this symbol here, which is telling us it's a series. So we're adding all these terms from 1 to an n amount of terms. But yet, we're not going to be plugging in 1, 2, 3, 4 into whatever function this is, whatever formula this is. We're not. We're not. Because this is I and this is J. So this just means we still got the same amount of terms, we've still got a sum, but it's always just going to be whatever AJ is, whatever that actually is. So that's the difference, is that you're not actually plugging this into this series.